So here it is, the end of SBOSE is upon us. Or is it? Although I started off really unsure and not at all confident with this blog, and I'm still not overly confident, I do plan to continue using the blog as a record of practice. It's definitely not a goodbye, so you'll still be seeing me around if it's something that you want to do. But I hope you've enjoyed following me the last couple of weeks with this blog. So I chose this method of assessment because I recognised that I needed to develop my reflective practice. Once I got over the feeling of being overwhelmed, and the uncertainty and lack of confidence when it came to posting online, I had a really good time, and I learned that my peers are actually really amazing at what they do. So it was really nice to see other people's reflective blogs, and yeah, I have enjoyed the exercise. Now, I've definitely not had an easy time with this module. In fact, I found finding time the most, almost impossible due to the day job. But I've got so much out of SBOSE that I plan to use something from every unit within my teaching as we go forward. To be honest, the most difficult part for me was finding time to blog and take part in the seminars this semester. Once I managed to sit down and actually get involved, I really enjoyed it, and it was really nice to engage with everyone. But I do realise that I could have engaged more if I'd have made time. Some of you already know that I'm senior warden on my campus, which takes up a lot of my time in the evenings, and to be honest, during the day quite recently. And I've been a little bit cheeky and used some of my day job hours to write blogs and post some of your seminars on Moodle. On top of this, I've had quite a heavy teaching load until recently, which hasn't helped at all. After our seminar, Unit 3, Team STEAM, I realised that I had to put my tiredness to one side to ensure that I didn't let people down, and really to give you all as participants a really nice and positive experience. I tried to carry this into Unit 4, but I did struggle in the second week, I've got to admit. Time management is definitely not my strong point at the moment. This is something that I'm definitely going to need to develop as I continue to create online content for all my courses across all the years. I must admit, and I'm really sorry Team STEAM, that Unit 4 on gamification really appealed to my competitive side, and I took a lot away from the reading game. For me though, answering the questions didn't really encourage deeper reading or understanding. I felt that as I found the answer, I kind of stopped reading. However, asking the questions was totally different. Here I felt that I had to fully understand and be able to synthesize the information in order to ask thought-provoking, or in my opinion, thought-provoking questions. Though reflecting on my practice in this exercise, did the learners answering my question or questions get a lot from them if they found the answer and then stopped reading as I did? So yes, I will be changing my practice going forward. So what will I be using in my practice? Well, from Unit 2A, I've used Padlet. That's something that I hadn't seen before. Not only do I love it, but my students have engaged with it in a way that they don't with forum posts. So thanks guys for bringing that to my attention. It's really, really helped. Also, the digital presence mapping, the visitor and resident mapping. I'm doing that with my level 6 computer application students coming in the coming year. I think it's something that's really important to them, for them to look at their own digital presence and then maybe look at other people's digital presence within our industry. Unit 2B, inclusivity is what I've took from you guys. Embedding EDI into my material, especially the videos that I produce for learners, it's really important. So it's something that I've already changed going forward. For my Team STEAM Unit 3 seminar, time management. I really need to work on time management, and as well as increasing my online and social presence, which is why I wanted to do a kind of a little bit of a video blog for you for this overall reflection. I found that meeting my peers, albeit in an online room, was a really good experience for me in Unit 3. It's an experience that I feel students on online modules will also benefit from, so I am going to look at maybe using Google Hangouts or something similar when it comes to online modules for my courses. But what it did for me was enable me to place myself within the group, something that I've struggled with over the last 2 trimesters. So it was really, really useful for me. But thank you, Team STEAM. We did well, and yeah, it was a really, really useful experience for me. Going on from that and following on from increasing my social presence, verbal feedback in my blended online modules is something that I'm trying to increase, especially because I think it's important that they can connect with the tutor in some way that's not just from behind a computer screen. So it's something that I have started to use on Turnitin, and I'm trying to get used to the sound of my own voice. Being Northern, I should be used to the sound of my own voice, but when it's recorded, it sounds a little bit funny for me. Unit 4, the gamification, I really enjoyed the use of games for learning. We have already started using badges, some of the Moodle content on at college, and also the progress bars. It was really useful. I like being at the top of a leaderboard. I know that I'm competitive, and I think that a lot of our students, especially those in sport, would enjoy something similar as well. I did enjoy the reading game. I'll be contacting the developer soon to ask permission to use something similar. So yeah, I've taken quite a lot away from these modules, and hopefully, as we go forward, I'll be taking a lot more from you guys as well. So thank you very much for listening. If you'd like to continue following me, you can do so on Twitter at TracyCoop1, or alternatively you can continue following me on my blog online, which is tracycoop.wix.com/perpetual student. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you around online.